Only thing that's probably been drilled properly this week, I dare say, is the bar from some of the people I saw here last night. But that's where we are. Anyway, Pursuit Minerals. We're an Argentinian-focused, now becoming more of a pure play, focusing on Argentina. We are more well known for our lithium project in Argentina. We're a dirty group, don't want to say that. But having said that, more for us in Pursuit, we're at a bit of a transitional moment here. Having just divested our WA projects, we're led by a really, truly exceptional board. Myself here, along with one of our non-exec directors, Steve Layson, who's also here with some of the other couples. Only person we're missing is Tom Eady, who's our chairman. Tom is most well known at the moment for Southern Cross Gold, quite a very well-performing stock, and Tom will argue that he's probably known me for too long. But having said that, we're doing quite well as we move things forward. Really talking about where we've gone from, being when Tom and myself joined the company end of 2022, start of 2023. We've progressed our lithium project quite well, drilled that out, 1 million ton resource. We've actually produced lithium carbonate from the pilot plant, 99.5% technical grade. That's gone to various offtake partners. But as you all will know, lithium's in a cycle where prices have come off 80,000 per ton on spot, which for someone who's worked in lithium since 2007, really unexpected, very unrealistic, and the price will never, maybe we'll get back there, but that's not a sustainable long-term price. So for us, with the they're starting to see some green shoots coming through with a lot of uptake demand for 2028, 2029, 2030. Argentina has gone through a very significant change both politically and within the sector. Most notably the Arcadium acquisition by Rio Tinto, with a lot of eyes now looking at what Simon Trop will do with those assets, how they'll develop the $3 billion Rincon program. But for us, we've also pursued had a look at the resurgence of Argentina, and we're seeing now Javier Milei's policies really come into effect. You know, the RIGI legislation as an example. For someone who's worked in Argentina for 50 years, the operating climate is quite considerably probably the best it's been in the past decade. We're seeing a very progressive pro-business basically increase. Unlocking assets, maybe 5-10 years ago, he wouldn't have been able to get to. So for us, we're very, very fortunate you have a very well-known on-ground team that can get access to some really great assets. And we're looking around at some great commodities. You know, copper obviously has been a standout for Argentina. BHP, Lundin Mining, $3 billion acquisition, which also speaks to Argentina as well, as you're looking at both Rio and BHP investing nearly $10 billion of capital into the country in the same year, which very few other jurisdictions can claim that. So Argentina really becoming a tier one operation, but don't forget the guys that are already there, Barrick, Newmont, tier one gold miners, especially in the Southern Province. So for Pursuit, we're actively looking at these opportunities. Gold hitting record prices. Depending on who you talk to, the macro factors are very much in play for gold. You're seeing the Trump presidency creating a sorta. My favorite line is, I hope he declares war on aliens. And you can actually bet on that on poly markets. It's pretty good odds at the minute, and that would send gold skyrocketing. But having said that, we're seeing increased central bank buying, a lot of underreporting of central bank buying. It's also important to note that we haven't seen many major gold discoveries in the past 10 years, Southern Cross exception. But from that perspective, Pursuit very well positioned as an Argentine pure play where they have operating credentials in the country. And having just looked what we've done with our lithium asset that's progressing towards its peer best that will come out later in the year, we have a scalable, realistic production scenario there. Within lithium, we're seeing a lot of people come out with very bullish targets. Lithium is a nuanced industry. Chemical engineering is a very difficult operational startup in itself. So for us, we're very comfortable with our development pathway there and looking forward to the future. Argentina only has a limited number of salars, no more, no less than 17. A lot of these have already been consolidated. So we're very well positioned that as price momentum continues and lithium demand increases, we're very well positioned to take advantage of some of those several $100 million takeouts that occurred through the cycle of 2022, 2023. And for us, looking at opportunities, as mentioned, gold, silver, copper, a lot of companies now with some significant assets that are very, very well placed to create a lot of value for shareholders over the coming years. especially with Milei set to do very well in the upcoming midterm elections as well. So, for Pursuit, it's been a journey, but we're looking forward to the future. And for us, Argentina is looking very positive, and we look forward to taking you all on that journey with us.